Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to our first PlayStation 2 stream of 2026. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me. Maybe it might be the only PS2 stream of 2026. We don't know. We'll have to ultimately see, but I hope everybody is doing well. Camera, please. Pretty please. Okay, I haven't used this scene in a while. Let's try, because it's been a while since I've used the other channel, because I have two different scenes depending on whether I'm playing a Tuesday, Saturday game or a Monday, Thursday, and apparently I've not used this one in a bit. I do not know why it's not working. Now it is working. Okay. Very good. Okay, very weird, but very good. Welcome back. Bear Kitty, thanks again for the 62 months, and welcome everybody. We're back to Castlevania. It all started in 2025 with this game called Castlevania Labubu of Innocence, as you can see there. That's clearly what it says on the title. We played that, we beat it, we scored it a 76. Really, there was nothing about it to really hate. It was a Castlevania platformer, and it flowed pretty well. It had all of the cheesy direction and art. And plus, it has Michiru Yamano's composition. She's basically been the composer on all of the Castlevania games, basically from Bloodlines on for almost all of them, and as well as, of course, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Aria of Sorrow, etc., and a little known game that nobody's ever heard of called Asterix. It's true. And unsurprisingly, she's also the composer of this. So this is Castlevania Curse of Darkness, which I do not know anything about other than the fact that its initials are COD, so you can make a Call of Duty joke. Also, the fact that the composer being the same. But in any event, that's what we're going to be playing for each Monday and Thursday onward until we complete it. I don't know if I'm going to do the post-game content like I did with Lament of Innocence, if there even is post-game content. I have no idea. We'll have to ultimately see. But I'm in for a journey. It's been so long since I cracked it. Like the shipping thing to protect the disc is still in here. Oops. Well, now it's not. So hopefully it won't be shipping anywhere. So, Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. Let's get it into my PlayStation 2. Let's switch over to scene number 1. And so, oh, we're using a capture card. That's right. We need to do something extra to make the capture card actually capture. One moment. Ah, here we go. So I have to deactivate Elgato from OBS and then reactivate, and lo and behold, in 7 seconds or so, it'll pop up. And while it's doing that, let's walk on over to my PlayStation 2, which is like 2 feet away. And there we go. Uh, oh, we're not done. 1 second. We need to grab off of my convenient little shelf over there, so I no longer have to ever search for it again, a PS2 memory card. We'll just go ahead and grab this one over here. Hopefully there's enough space on it. If not, we will go in and just check right now. What did I do? I might have decided to load the disk. Oh, not enough space on memory card? Well then, what I'll do is I'll turn off the game. My goodness, no need to get fussy, PS2. Oh, no. Oh, dear. That is some serious disk rot. I never... I instinctively keep checking the back of the disc, but it's all over the front. Hopefully this works. It's gonna be really awkward if it doesn't. Yeah, Yeah, it's all over the side. I can't believe I missed it. But in any event, let me loosen the PS2 memory card a bit so we can actually save the data. What ultimately matters is what's on the back, not on the front. I miss the troubleshooting. We used to go through all of these issues. I mean, this doesn't compare to the Sega CD. Remember when I was basically giving chest compressions to my Sega CD because of the second boss theme track glitch that kept affecting the Black Dragon fight? That you had to have been there because that was before I saved my VODs. All right, let's see what we've got. 355 kilobytes. That's impressive that I managed to jam pack that much. Look at how many. What do we want to get rid of here? It's only 105. What does the back say about how much space? 480 kilobytes per save. So we probably need to save something else. There's Haunting Ground Sky Gunner. Yeah, apparently, yeah, I don't want to delete Quan Rule of Rose. It looks like all of my horror games, most if not all of the horror games, are stuck here on this file. We can get rid of the .hack saves. I really have not. I'm never going to revisit those games. It's funny, a number of the ones on this memory card have actually... This must have been my streaming memory cards, because so many of these games I've actually streamed. I didn't stream a Dirge of Cerberus, you're welcome. But it's on the memory card. It's one of the few PS2 games that actually auto-saved as you went. Funnily enough, Samurai Western was another that kind of had its own little auto-save where you didn't have to actually save to your memory card, it just did it automatically. I'm sure that was the thing they were experimenting with more and more towards the end of the life cycle. Anyway, now it should play. Everything should be fine. But yes, for those who didn't hear the announcement last week, sorry, Lunar fans, we're going to be playing Silver Star Harmony not this Thursday, but on Saturday. Also, sorry, Lunar fans, we're playing Silver Star Harmony. So, double whammy there. As always, let me know if I need to make any volume changes, because we've gone from DS to PSP to PS2. I'm sure I'm going to have to change a bunch of things along the way. This is loud on my TV. Holy cow. It might be loud for all of you. I don't know. It's loud on the TV. Loudest PlayStation 2 game I've ever heard in my life. The volume's only at 3. Why is it so loud? Okay, do we get to have an eye catch? So let's see if it'll play like an FMV movie. That's kind of the best indicator of whether this disc route is going to be a problem. Uh-oh. I think it tried to play an FMV and gave up. I think it tried, so, which is funny, because I know Obscure, the sequel to Obscure, we ran into the same issue. Yeah, the Curse of Darkness. Very good. So, options. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to drag the, I may have to drag the edges here. This is very tiny. It's actually taking up a lot less of the screen than I thought it was going to take up. The Curse of Dankness. Welcome, Running Wild Video. I was worried we may or may not be on or off for this stream. There is some serious disc rot on the front side of this disc. I don't see much on the back, but I'm worried if it was supposed to play an FMV at the beginning, it did not, and just kind of gave back and just shot me back out to the main title. So we're just gonna see if everything else is good. We have the camera controls normal and subtitles are on. English or Japanese makes sense. We have to stick with the English. Triangle to cancel, which I think the Labubu of Innocence did. We'll have to see if that continues. That I can get my brain oriented around that. I needed to see how much space it would take up. Is this correct? Yes. Will save data. There's no save data. We'll fix that. Save complete. All right, let's see what we got. The PS2, I've never heard it make this much noise playing anything. I'm a little worried.
1476, Wallachia. A great war raged between Dracula and humanity. Just when it seemed that there was no hope for mankind to prevail, out of the darkness and despair, a champion arose. A true-blooded vampire hunter named Trevor Belmont. Belmont and his comrades triumphantly slew Lord Dracula. A truly glorious victory for all. However, the evil one did not pass from this world in silence. With his final words, Lord Dracula left a demonic curse that enshrouded all of Europe in misery and torment. Ravaged by hideous plague and dire famine, the people's hearts turned black and murderous. The weak were slain without pity, while the land was pillaged and scourged without remorse. 3 years have passed since the death of Lord Dracula, and the invocation of Dracula's curse.
Alright, that seemed to have played fine. Hopefully the volume's fine. If not, I'll adjust it. I had to do a lot for the PSP.
Show yourself, Isaac! I know you're here!
Hector! Is that you?
I finally tracked you down.
You tracked me down. I was the one who lured you here. Hector, the fool who betrayed our Lord Dracula.
That matters not. I've come to exact my revenge upon you. For the death of Rosalie!
Oh, and how will you have this revenge? When you are utterly at my mercy, you relinquished your powers. You couldn't even protect your own woman. And now you think to defeat me? Lord Dracula is gone, but his powers are still here in Wallachia. Even you must realize.
Devil forging.
Indeed, with this the most forbidden of arts. A wisp of conjured matter can be transformed into a hellish devil. There are but 2 humans who possess this magnificent power. You and I.
Yes, to our lasting shame. But I shed that evil power. Never again will I use it.
Ah, but you will, Hector, and soon you have no choice. Without it, I could crush you in an instant. But that wouldn't be very satisfying, now would it? You deserve a most gruesome fate for the humiliation you brought upon me 3 years ago. Bereft of the power of devil forging, you cannot hope to pursue me. That is why you will reclaim your powers, and thence follow where I lead you. But, in the end, the glorious vengeance you seek will not be yours. It will be mine.
Wait! Isaac!
But alas, there was nothing we could do.
Damn him. So be it. I must descend into darkness and reclaim the cursed power once more. Heed my words. I will hunt you down like the beast you are! I will have my revenge.
Okay, let me go ahead and make the game actually louder. The intro, for whatever reason, at the start of this game was louder than anything. But the game itself is a bit quiet. Okay, the jump is pretty fast and instantaneous. You're basically, you press the button, you're in the air. It's pretty nuts. Alright. So that brings up the total. Looks like we have a sub-weapon of a dagger. I don't know how to use that yet. We can guard by pressing R1. Okay, start gets the menu open. Equip our weapon is a short... Oh, okay, no, it's just not a sub-weapon. It's not our weapon entirely. Yeah, so protect yourself against any attack and hold it down. I wonder if there's going to be the parry system. I'm sure there must be. Okay, we are good to go. Okay, so the camera rotates on the opposite axis that I'm used to, which is odd since the camera seemed to be set on normal, so I have to press left to have it rotate right. Is there a way to invert it so I can get... Okay, let's try inverse. It's still not working. It's still backwards. One more time. Okay, it's still the same. I don't know what it's supposed to control, but it's not doing it. Circle to open doors, just like the last game. Oh, that clicking sound, I was wondering if that was part of the soundtrack. It's my PS2. Holy cow, it is struggling with this game. First enemy of the game down. Memorial ticket warps to last registered save point. Is select the map. It is. Good. The inverted camera is going to really mess with me, unfortunately. I don't know why it's... well, I guess I was about to say I don't know why it's the opposite of Lament of Innocence, but Lament of Innocence didn't even let you do that at all. I don't think you really had any free control over the camera. Tip skill, quick step, command guard button, press left analog stick, plus jump button. Welcome, Mackenzel. So, quick step. This doesn't look like a step, really. It just looks like you're backflipping around. Okay, so the map says we have to go to floor 2. Why don't we go to where the game actually seemed to indicate, like, was the very first door, rather than before we go everywhere. Yeah, it's a little, I mean, it's to be expected with the way that the disc looks. I'm just, you know, I just acquired this PS2 in 2025, thanks to Smurfy's help. It's just that I'd hate to break it with the game. Because my other one just stopped reading discs. It was like, I mean, it fell down so many times. It was like a slim, so it wasn't very durable. And I mean, because my my console was just so far away from the bed that every time I accidentally tugged the controller too hard, like, the PS2 just fell. And it just, like, happened more times than I'd like to admit, but, like, it survived for, like, a long time. Only to fail for, like, disc reading problems, which is, like, I think expected. So... I'm sure the abuse did not help. Save game. All right. Back out, and then we'll go to the other side. This path goes downward. Okay. We'll try that one, and then we'll go back the other direction we're at. No drops. Not very satisfying. Might be our healing item. Yep, it's a regular potion. Something fits into this door. It's probably not the potion, so we'll go back this way. I guess the other aspect of this is that I am not used to having the PS2 this close to me when I stream, but the layout of this room actually allows for me to have the PS2 like right on the desk, where it used to be, you know, quite a bit further away from me. So maybe it always made noises like this when I streamed and I just never noticed. It's entirely possible. I'm definitely looking forward to trying to close out the Cosmic Fantasy series. It's funny that the best scoring game was like a 73 and I still want to play the series. Like, the best was like a 73, the worst was a 50, the second worst was like a 59. And I'm still looking forward to it. It's definitely not for everybody. It's kind of not for me, really, if you want to get technical, but I still play it. It's just like, it's almost like everything that you'd expect that era of JRPG to be. And it weirdly knows it. It's like oddly self-aware. Dodge that, destroy him, and then go up the stairs. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot I have lined up for the Switch 2. Or not Switch 2, the Switch 1. I don't have a Switch 2. Fenrir level 5. We leveled up. There are levels in this? We get EXP? What? That's a thing? Oh, so you can do a circle for a fall bump. That's strange. Yeah, level 2. Okay, there was a next an EXP screen the entire time. Okay, so it's actually quite a bit different than the other game. The other one didn't have a level system that I recall. I don't think it did. I really don't think it had one. So I guess it's good that we're just taking these fights. That is everything. I don't think we can jump, like, off the map, right? Okay, that I don't actually... No, we can't. Okay, it'll stop me. What else? I did decide to renew my membership to the PlayStation 5. Mainly because I canceled like Coinbase One. And I'm like, well, I'm not spending $299 a year anymore because I'm done with crypto. So I decided, okay, let's go ahead and go into the PS5 then. And so I've been playing Sandland since it's a free game. And it's just kind of been on my playlist for a while, just not my to stream list. And it's been fine. It's been fine. It's weird because this whole streaming business has made it like very difficult to like play games for myself because like I'm so used to streaming, and it's just I used to never stream, and now I'm just having to like relearn how to like play games for my own enjoyment, and it's awkward. But it's been fine. I am curious about it. I've heard a lot of things. I think Disney even had like a movie for it, or like they worked towards it. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it. I've tried to avoid spoilers. I play games for your enjoyment? Okay, I won't forget that. Hello, Karu. Hope you're doing well. We will be, I'm looking forward to seeing more of a Silver Star Harmony, I think. I don't know. I've not been too thrilled with the way that they've handled a lot of things, but I mean, it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna get below a 75. Like, I just don't see how they can do it. Thank you for the blobbirds. That's actually clever. The L and O and then the S. I see what you did. Oh, did I not put the redeems back up? Hold on, wait. Did I not? No, hold on a minute. Did I not do that? I meant to do that. I don't think I did. Thank you for reminding me. One moment as I go back into my creator dashboard, viewer rewards, because that absolutely needs to be back now. So I'm turning them both on. So both of those rewards should be back. I forgot. Yeah, but it's back now. It should be back. Yep, there they are. I can see them. So yeah, sorry. Thank you for that. The fact that we have this schedule again means that there's no reason for it to be hidden. An overall map of the area lacking in finer detail. I do low-key like that we kind of have the RPG elements of leveling up. I mean, there's something to be said about just relying on your wits and having strategy, but my wits are in pretty short supply, and so especially when it comes to like Castlevania and me like fighting the camera and using it the wrong way. So I think what I'm ultimately gonna have to do is, I mean, it's gonna make it easier to prepare for stuff off stream, and I'm all about that. No, I absolutely do not. See, I'm really anti any sort of monetary type of system, and the reason being is like if I ever end up going back into hiatus status again with certain streams or things like that, I just don't want to feel like I'm cheating people. Like I don't want there to be like any sort of monetary incentive to give me anything. Um, I don't want it to like work that way, if that makes any sense. But that's sweet. Okay, hello. I was worried that boss. It was just its. Okay, it's just its spawning animation, but I was worried that it had held it up and was like about to attack me. So I need to. Is he able to attack his own allies? I can't quite tell if he is. Oh, he can turn in mid-stride. It's more complicated. Oh, these guys are probably just gonna endlessly spawn until I take care of him. So, like, me commenting, why is this enemy level this? Why is this enemy level that? It makes a lot more sense if there's actually levels in this game. I just thought they were like, it's a kind of a weird thing that they're doing. Okay, so he's gone. You've wasted money on words. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I suppose, like, the most wasteful expenditure I've had probably more recently. I mean, I kind of hate to admit it, but the soft-button switch. I don't know when I'm gonna actually utilize the Model 1 switch to do any other types of mod. Because I technically finished the Origami King Refolded mod off-stream. I did end up 100%ing it again. If that's any indication as to how much I am an Origami King defender. It was good enough to replay and do 100% it twice. Barely good enough to 100% it twice, but I did it. Treasure! Sealed by an unknown power, Hector cannot open it with his strength alone. Then why tease me with it? Why have it be the first chest I can encounter? It's very disrespectful.
This unearthly power. Is it coming from that tombstone? How conscientious of him. He carved the instructions into stone along with the most difficult visualization. So, that's how badly he wants me to regain my powers. Very well. Heed my words, O great powers of darkness. Release to me the tortured souls. Let me infuse him with my life force and awaken him to the world of the living. Immaculate being, appear before me now!
Well, well. Devil forging, isn't it? Never seen that before. Quite impressive. It's enough to make your blood run cold.
Who are you?
Oh, my apologies, my lord. I should have offered an introduction. I go by Zed. I'm here for one purpose only. To purify this land of the pestilent curse which infects it.
I see.
You, on the other hand, are pursuing the other Devil Forge Master, are you not? The one you seek fled toward the chapel on the other side of the mountain. He made his escape through the back of the castle.
What concern is this to you?
He is the one protecting the curse. Ergo, he is an impediment to me, and to all those who abide in this land.
I see. Very well. I, Hector, thank you for your help. Now, if you'll forgive me, I must be on my way.
I wonder if this game had the same issue that Final Fantasy X did. And when I say that, I want to clarify. Final Fantasy X, there actually was some coding issues with it, to where when the people were recording their lines in the English dub, they had to record them within a certain time frame, within like a certain length within the Japanese recording time frame, or it would just like not work. The whole thing would just not work. And so if you're wondering why the line reads were it wasn't just a matter of like the lip flaps, but like the actual length of certain lines had to be like almost exactly the length of the Japanese lines. And when he goes like, "I Hector, thank you for," it's like just like one super fluid read. I'm wondering if it's a similar thing. Because I'm trying now that I'm aware about that, I just kind of look out for it or like hear out for it whenever I'm hearing like dubbing and things like that. It certainly puts a lot of the dubbing woes of FF10 into perspective. I don't think it's a dubbing failure. I just think it's fascinating stuff to know. Also, it's like I thought we were going to like have a reveal where we were gonna Devil Forge like much later, because it seemed to be like this pivotal thing that this guy was like promising that you do eventually, and then we're like, no, I don't want that, and then we end up doing it like 10 minutes later. I'm like, okay, all right, I guess he was right. Innocent devil infant fairy appears. Rara. It's one of the Teletubbies. All right, let's do it. Innocent devils, or ID for short. Innocent devils are the mystical, untainted familiars created by Devil Forge masters. Innocent devils have absolute loyalty to their creator. Summoned IDs may grant status enhancements to Hector. Status enhancements can be examined on the status screen. Innocent devils use hearts as energy. Whenever they take damage or use a special ability, their heart energy will decrease. If they lose all their hearts, the ID will revert to soul form. At that point, they will simply hover around Hector. If Hector gathers enough hearts, the IDs will can then be restored material form, and they cannot die. We, on the other hand, probably can. They level up with experience points by defeating enemies. Okay, so they have to defeat them, or does it matter? When an enemy is defeated, okay, literally one sentence later, I'm getting too impatient. When an enemy is defeated by either Hector or the id, I'm just going to call it id, ID, it just takes too long to say. Both Hector and id gain experience, and id must be summoned for to receive experience points. However, to truly succeed, level up both Hector and his innocent devils. Okay, auto will act on its own. Command allows me to directly control. I have no interest in directly controlling the id. I can barely control myself. When I command, won't use special abilities to consume hearts. Okay, so I see. So it's mainly if you just want to conserve your own hearts. Fairy type innocent devils, 10 floater on the plate. They have the ability to open up treasure chests, so that's why it's right outside this room. Restore HP or heal status ailments. Command, no thank you. Auto, please. Okay, I think that Rara healed me. Rutro, I don't remember your name. Anyway, we'll go this way. And this is Dragon Crest. A crest made from a carved dragon, but looks like it should be placed into something somewhere. Okay, so that one staircase. Okay, so now hearts will drop. They had no reason to before, but now that we have an innocent soul. This is 4 years after FF10, but it's possible. Yeah, I don't know. It probably isn't that. It's probably just a line reading quirk. But I do think it's a fascinating part of FF10's history. I am long overdue for a replay of that game. Although I'm afraid to, because like almost every other playthrough has been over 100 hours. I have no reason to believe this would be any different. I'm also long overdue for a replay of 10-2. Although that's going to be even worse to Coconut, probably. Especially since you have to replay it multiple times. So it's definitely for like streaming purposes, it'd not be the most optimal game to play, just because to get the ending you want, you'd have to go through multiple playthroughs. But I could probably do what I did with like Waku Waku Foo Dungeon of You Are Not Dead. Waku Waku Foo Dungeon and just get to the main end credits and then like stream the final part later. Anyway, my camera was a little too high up. It was, yeah, it was an experience. Especially since, like, I think you had to, like, decide whether to join, like, the Yeva Knights or, like, whatever was the other team. I don't remember. It's been, like, 2 decades since I played it. Or whatever time frame it was since released. I played it for, like, whatever year it was out. I never played, like, the packaged 10 and 10-2 game that I think came on the PS4 or PS5. I never bothered. But considering it was, like, $19.99, that was, like, a really good deal. Why is the camera? Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and save, just in case something happens somewhere. I'm gonna be honest. I think I might be a coconut failure. I don't think I ever got the true 100% completion ending for 10-2. I think I had to look it up. I don't remember what I lacked or if it was anything. I don't think it was anything insurmountable. I think I was just like, I don't want to play this again. It's not that I didn't like the game, it's just I didn't really replay it again. I mean, to be clear, when I say I liked the game, it was the combat. I think people who probably liked the game liked the combat and the dress sphere system. It was definitely a unique enough way to do class changes. People who've heard me speak about class-changing games know I'm not the biggest fan of changing classes. I don't really like it as a mechanic in a lot of RPGs, mainly because, like, so many games lose balance when you do that. Like, look at what happened with Dragon Quest VII. Like, it was an amazingly well-balanced game, but the moment classes were introduced, everything just broke. Like, we just broke the game so insanely easy. And that's my usual experience with a lot of class-changing games. It's just like, this is where balance goes to die. But 10-2 did a good job on those classes. I didn't mind it. Yeah, Youth League and Machine Faction. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I barely remember the semblance of a plot that they put together. I do remember there was one point where we were infiltrating an area where, like, there were enemies that would attack you, like, in normal encounters. And I just talked to one of the NPCs at the side, and then they were like, you know, I was going to ignore you, but since you insist on talking to me, and then they fought me, and I'm like, that's pretty funny. That's really funny, actually. So I wish more games would do that. But yeah, that's the one, maybe like one of the big things I remembered in terms of like flavor text. But yeah, overall, I just don't think it's a game that's probably worth it to 100% at all, just considering like how much is involved, how many times you have to replay it. I did make it to the bottom of, like, I remember like what was it, Via Purifico or whatever the 100th floor dungeon was. Or unless Via Purifico was the Final Fantasy X dungeon. I might be getting them mixed up. Is it Via Infinito? It might be Via Infinito. Yes, that's true. Because so many, you know, so much of what your character, so much about developing a character and their backstory means that they have a class or something that makes sense, like some sort of a quality about them that makes sense. If you just kind of turn them into blank slates, or, you know, you kind of lose a lot of the world building, like as to what they actually are, what they're actually doing. I am kind of walking on autopilot. Hopefully I'm going the right way, and I am. Okay. Via Infinito. Okay. I was right. Okay, that's good, because I just made that up. I couldn't remember if it was called Via Infinito. I'm like, that's good. I'm glad it is. That is pretty infinito. You're expecting a 2D platformer. Nope, this is just like Labubu of Innocence on the PS2, Tay. It's a 3D platformer with looks like some RPG mechanics since we can level up. It's an action hack and slash. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know if there's any other PS2 Castlevania games. This might be the only other one that's out. I may have to look that up, but it's the second one that Running Wild Video had redeemed. No, I don't think, actually, no. I think this game is in, like, I think this game is rated in the 70s. I think it's the Nintendo 64 game Suitcase. I think those are the ones that have the bad rap, the ones that the AVGN would review and play. I don't think these really have that kind of reputation. When I played Lament of Innocence, it looked like I think people rated it like a 75, which is respectable. I gave it a 76. That was a little bit nicer than that, but overall I thought it was fine. There's nothing, element-wise, there was nothing about it to really hate. It's just that some of the jumps with like whip, because you had like whip jumps like where you had to like go onto spikes and then whip it, and you'd flip over to the next one. You'd have to whip that to get across several platforms, and it was really precise at times, and it kept falling. And I'm like, this is kind of a bad idea. With like a camera you can't rotate, and then that. But other than that, it worked out pretty well. 74. Yeah, I mean, yes, I think for the most part they're pretty respectable. What do we have here? Bestiary. The Bestiary contains information on the monsters that Hector has battled. View the Bestiary by selecting this option in the status screen. A new entry will appear in the Bestiary for each new monster Hector faces. Pretty fair. Glad the monster just let me read. Okay, I blocked it. I will say the blocking seems a lot more generous than Lament of Innocence, because you basically had to perfect parry to do anything good. I will say this, I do think I like the campiness of the cutscenes in Lament of Innocence more than I like this. So far they've been playing a lot of the cutscenes kind of straight and unfunny, and I kind of like the fact that the way that the character models moved and everything in Lament of Innocence was a lot more funny. Let's think inventory. I think this is... Okay, all we have to do is go through here. Via Infinito sounds like a bottomless Mexican dish. Yeah, I mean, it's that was like one of the worst dungeons of 10-2 though, but I did it. I think there was like another dungeon where it like relied on you doing like math problems, which I thought was really weird when I played it. It's just like, I think it had like math, like you had to get certain numbers from doing certain things, like certain puzzles, and you had to like put those answers into like math problem things. I think it was in the Thunder Plains, I can't remember where it was. You do prefer Lament to this? So far, I tend to agree. Although at least this game has camera rotation, even though it's inverted in the wrong direction, you cannot change it, even though the game says you can change this camera. It's lying. It is not doing it. Yeah, it's the same composer as Lament. And like I said at the beginning, they also composed Asterix. Surprise, surprise. The worst one ranked in Metacritic is Judgment, which is a Wii fighting game. I did not even know they had a Wii fighting game. I did not even know they had Castlevania on the Wii. There's a lot I don't know, I guess, about the series at large. I just know that this composer's worked on, like, every Castlevania since Bloodlines, basically. Cave of the Fallen, the Thunder... It's been 2 decades, how do I even know that? I have no idea. Okay, so let's see. Alright. So far, I haven't been given any tutorials about any advanced moves yet. I'm sure that those will happen. Okay, Okay, we have 2 directions we'll go. We'll try this one first. Okay, another level. I wonder if I should be taking inventory about like some of the enemies' levels as I'm going through this. I don't know if it's gonna be a situation where there's gonna be like impossible to kill enemies that you're meant to come back later and then kill. Just like level 30 creatures or stuff like that. I don't know. It might be like the Desert Lord in Grandia 3 that just hangs out on the overworld. And then you're like, whoa, this is exciting. And then you realize, oh, Grandia 3 literally does not do that anywhere else. It's the only super boss in the overworld, and there's no other ones. Which was like part of one of many disappointments of Grandia 3, sadly. It's like, it's towards the beginning of the game, too. You'd think there would have been more, but there's just not. Yeah, this game seems like a lower of a learning curve. The other game, there wasn't levels, so you basically just had to get good, but this one, you don't have to be, necessarily. I guess you can out-level any real obstacle if it really comes down to it. Which I may have to do if I play badly enough. But yeah, I like how I went on this entire tangent on Final Fantasy X-2 just because I wondered if the game had the same internal recording line problem that 10 did. I know that the demo of Final Fantasy VII Reimagined has been out, and it's like, I think 4 or 5 hours. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I have it downloaded on my PS5. But I do think it's kind of funny that I spent like well over 100 hours, like the longest PS1 RPG in history, Dragon Quest VII, and then the moment I beat it, they announced the remaster. Now I know how Alex feels. Because they've announced like so many games every time he's finished a game, they give him the remaster he wanted. It happened with Persona 3 when I beat it, and then they really announced the remaster, the Reload Edition, and then they did it with this. And that's when I told Alex, please play Skies of Arcadia so that they can have a remaster or re-release of that. Really, any excuse to replay Skies of Arcadia is definitely welcome. I played it vicariously through watching Tay, but I have not personally played it in quite a while. Not since I was in law school. Oh, apparently slashing just made me go through the walking zone. Oh, this area just connects back to here. Well, okay. That's not what I want. Well, you played the original RE4. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, ultimately, I'm sure I'm long overdue for an RE4 playthrough. I haven't played the remake of it. And 3 as well, I haven't played the remake of it. I did play 2, and 2 was good. 2 was quite good, in fact. I really liked it. I mean, it is kind of telling that I'm just able to go on these long rants while slashing enemies, and I'm really not taking a whole lot of lasting damage. It seems pretty like an efficient economy here. The flying familiar heals you using like about 10 hard points. Enemies drop hearts when you defeat them. You kind of have a nice little system going. to where you basically don't have to think. You can just kind of mindlessly slash, which is nice. Sometimes you just want to turn your brain off. And this seems like and most of the time with action games, that's hard to do. But I can kind of get the vision here. Valkyria Chronicles: The Skies of Arcadia is Skies of Arcadia 2. That's true. Bang bang, baby. I was, you know, that was one of the things that when I was debating doing like the wheel of like just doing some sort of a series, I was considering the Valkyria Chronicles series because that large retrospective video that Suitcase had posted that I had watched about someone like going through the entire series, I mean, it really kind of made me curious about it. Because there's only like so much justice you can really do, like just talking about it versus just playing it yourself. And now, of course, that would have to get me back in front of like the PSP emulator, and that's been causing issues with causing OBS to crash. But all the same, I you know, maybe someday. Yes, I am too. I mean, you've had a very good. Both of you have had extremely good taste in games. There have been several games that I've unfortunately had to graveyard for people, but I don't think they've ever been any of yours or Suitcases. Like, I think the one that some people would have had like the most reservations for, like Balan Wonderful, but Wonderworld. I almost said Balan Wonderful. That's actually kind of appropriate too. I 100% of the heck out of that. That was an amazing game. Now the novel I read not so much, but the game was good. I do think it is funny how much the balance suit absolutely broke it. But yeah, the Valkyria Chronicles series was really good. I did everything there really was to do in 4, including the DLC. It is a shame that I did like a 40-minute Last Hurrah stream, or some kind of a stream to showcase the characters that you got off of the one DLC, because you got like from Arya, you got Nicola. You got everyone that was basically there, and then you had everybody from the first game. It was pretty nuts. It was Balan Wonderful, I agree. Would be a good sequel title. I know we're not getting a sequel, but I mean, it was fine for what it was. And I still have the OST in my playlist. Like each of the area zones are great. I really like the windmill theme in Chapter 4. As well as a Warville War Rights boss theme is pretty good. What am I doing in this room? There seems to be like some sort of a question mark icon somewhere. Oh, is she? Oh, she's telling me I can break this. Oh, they're gonna give me hints, just like a familiar. I like that. That's pretty cute. This is... Okay, id Evolution Crystal. When some monsters are defeated, they drop Evolution Crystals that affect the development of your ids by collecting a certain amount of Evolution Crystals and giving them to you id. Oh no, the typos just follow me wherever I go. By giving them to you id, its form will change. There are various types of Evolution Crystals. The type of Evolution Crystal that is dropped will change depending on the weapon Hector is using. Okay, so it's weapon dependent. That's interesting. I would have thought it would have been Evolution Crystal dependent, considering they were talking about that. When given crystals found by using a sword type weapon versus an axe type weapon. So I'm assuming certain crystals will only drop from certain weapons then, is what they're saying. Yeah, so that the sword that we have right now is only going to drop red. Yeah, it was not a perfect... I mean, I wasn't expecting it to necessarily be a perfect masterpiece, but there was just something about the way the stages were constructed that made me... Like, I kept seeing, like, these little, these drops off in the distance, and I kept wondering, you know, eventually I'm going to have a way to get to it. I can't get to it now, but I'm so excited to come back and get to it later, and I did! And it was fine. I mean, I think it did exactly what it needed to do. It is possible to prevent evolution crystals from appearing when using an id. It will level up on its current form. Okay, can turn it on or off. Alright, so we got the Evo Crystal. Okay, so now that we're here, I guess we just go this way? Yes, okay, I see the torches. Yes, our Navi. Okay, the classic zombies. Got the Evo crystal. It's a small thing, but I do like the fact that the enemies in this game have levels next to them, because it kind of gives you a nice little idea. Okay, maybe I should aim to be this level when I'm in this area. They could have just easily just shown the name. Around. I have to be careful when I hard commit to moves. You can't like auto cancel just by pressing the block button. Okay, we have a wizard. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get hit by a fireball from behind. I wanted to take care of at least one of them. So I wonder how one goes about collecting or getting new weapons. I wonder. At the start of Lament of Innocence, we saw the shopkeeper like at the beginning, and we knew we could buy stuff. Here, I don't know what we're gonna do. It's ongoing. There's like a larger narrative with the individuals that are I guess that are the vampire slayers. Like you have Victor, you got Trevor Belmont, you've got Richter Belmont. I said Victor, almost meant to say Richter. You have all of those other individuals. I don't know the greater lore, but thankfully I don't need to know a lot of it to be able to play the games. But my understanding is there's this larger overarching narrative. But yes, as Running Wild video says, there's like multiple timelines and other stuff. So when they start doing that, I'm like, nope. When I learned about the multiple timelines in Zelda, I'm like, okay, I don't really need to know this, do I? And to play this, no. But if it's Kingdom Hearts, you must know it. You have to know it to be able to play the Kingdom Hearts game. You have to understand Tetsuya Nomura's vision, which is to slap a cloak on everything, so that you can't see it. That's his vision. But I could not even tell you the timeline of like what game comes first in the timeline, which game comes second. I have no idea. I've played so few Castlevanias in the grand scheme of things. I've played Castlevania 1 and 2, never played 3. Then I played Super Castlevania, I played Circle of the Moon, I played Aria of Sorrow, but not its sequel. And then I played Lament of Innocence, and then I'm playing this. I never played Symphony of the Night. It's my gamer confession. Never did it. Never played it. I've seen bits and pieces of the game, but I never played it myself. Yes, it's true, isn't it? Okay, that's the longest casting animation. Okay, just didn't do anything. Just wasted my time. Okay, that goes to another floor, it looks like. You have... okay. Well, I'm not going to memorize that, but hopefully the game will not test me on that later. But my goodness, the fact that you're able to put that all together. I don't even know what Order of Shadow is. All I know is like eventually some of these tiles just get like very like Harry Pottery, like Harry Potter and the Order of Shadow, Harry Potter and the Circle of the Moon. Like everything just sounds like it could be a Harry Potter game. Oh, I see. And funnily enough, I just haven't heard it. What was it on? I mean, did it kill the series though? I thought they still had like a like some kind of a pachinko game I remember seeing like footage of on YouTube. So I think like they kept it alive for like a pachinko game, but like I think I remember hearing like the games were dead, but like the pachinko machine was there. You know, something for Joe Yabuki to think about. I see. It did spoil that Dracula died. Well, I figured that out. Considering the game at the very intro of this said Dracula died and his curse lives on. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I walked by potion. It said potion. But it didn't actually give me potion, so now I have it. Being really annoying for me to get rid of this guy. I don't want to wait it out, being very impatient. Yes! Welcome, Baron. I have not played this one before. I played Lament of Innocence last year, but I've never played this one. I will say it definitely sounds like the same composer of the last one, and I know it is. I know they explain the evolution system vaguely. I'm sure they'll give me more details as we go on. I think it looks pretty normal to me. Exactly what I would expect someone to look like in the century they're in. Yeah, I like this area song. I mean, it fits pretty well. Well, I'm glad it's working out well for both of those. It's accompanying both the trading and the dramatic webtoons. It's gonna be a shame to go to a different location. I mean, actually, probably won't, because the song will be just as good. I have faith in the composer. I mean, there's a reason I mean, she's been composing, I think, since like 1988, like when I was born. So I think it's pretty safe to say she knows what she's doing. Joe, welcome! I am playing Curse of Darkness after having played Lament of Innocence last year. I know you were there for a couple of the streams, or moments of a couple of the streams. It seems to be using a level system similar to what Symphony of the Night and some of the later Castlevanias did, whereas Lament did not. So it seems to be a little bit more kiddie-friendly, just because you don't have to necessarily... It seems like strategizes deeply. You can kind of out-level everything if you need to, which is nice. I kind of want to turn my brain off with the hack and slash, and having something like this seems to be pretty welcome. Because the other game, it wasn't that I had my brain turned off, it's that I felt like it didn't have a brain at all. So there was a huge difference. Here seems to be going pretty well. It is unfortunate that I'm getting these Evo Crystal drops now, because it means I'm not getting hard drops, and I need hard drops. I'm gonna try to catch a push. I think we killed everything in this room. Yeah, I know. I played another 3D Castlevania. It's the other one I played, which was Lament of Innocence. That I think you're getting confused about. I think you popped in for like maybe one stream one time. Yes, are you playing the rhythm game still? I know that it's been something kind of in the background. Oh, okay, that was rotated the map. That was weird. I didn't know I could even do that. No, I don't like that. Go back. Okay, good. Oh, I didn't expect him to turn around. We got aluminum, which I don't know what that'll do. I'm assuming it's a trade material or something for crafting, or something to sell. I have no clue. I must play bad God of War. Is that what Lord of Shadows is? Admittedly, I have to look at these other... I have to eventually look into these other Castlevania games. Okay, so she has enough hearts to heal me. Good. Good. Oh, Stellar Blade. I graveyarded that. First of all, the font was too small. Like, I don't know. There's something about modern games with their text sizes that makes me feel like I've never played a video game before in my life. I feel like I'm an old person. Like, I can't read this. What is this saying? What do I do to block? I guess I give up. I guess I'm not learning this game. And then I get to a point where I just don't know what I'm doing. I sandbag, and I just like, you know what? Let's just quit this. I can't play this. I can't read it. I don't know what I'm doing. And so, like, I very quickly just quit Stellar Blade. Maybe it's a wonderful game. I don't know. But I just, like, I gave up because I just couldn't read what the game was telling me to do. There were, like, quick time button events to press during combat. I couldn't see what button they wanted me to press. It was just not fun. So it was pretty bad. Double step. I'll have to try to test that not in combat. I'm wondering if the sorcerer is just healing them. I'm gonna kill the sorcerer first. Yeah, and it was, they are healing. I see the blue number. Okay. Then there's 0 point in doing this until I can take out these guys. If I can. Keep in mind that it has inverted camera rotation, and I keep pressing the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know why I kept failing the parry system in Stellar Blade. Normally it's something I'm eventually able to feel out and get it right. But, like, you had to perfect parry in, like, several strings, and I'm just, that is not something I can do. Not my kind of game. It seems to be doing a bit better. I was worried at the beginning. The game has some serious disc rot. I really don't know how I missed it. Like, it's all over the front. Like, all over the front of the disc. I was really, really worried when I looked at it. I'm like, I don't know why I didn't see this when I accepted the disc from the person and inspected it, but apparently it's all over, but it seems to be playing just fine. No, I can't switch the inversion. I actually chose the option to change the camera rotation from normal to inverted, and it didn't do anything. So I don't know what's going on there. Which way did I come from? We haven't gone to floor 3 yet, so we need to go up then. Actually, what is this way? This is just the path that leads back to the first floor for something else. We'll at least go into the room. I tried to watch the Netflix Castlevania show, and I mean, I didn't finish it, which is kind of something considering it's only like, what, 4 episodes? I didn't really like it. I didn't really like the type of humor that they were going for. Like, parts of it looked pretty. Some of the OST was good, but I just overall didn't like it as a whole. Yeah. But like so many people kept talking about it. I'm like, okay, I'll look at it. It's 4 episodes. I can live. I can do it. And I couldn't do it. I tried. Maybe. I don't know if I really tried, but I did enough. It's a lot more than 4. Like, how long is it now? How much more bad Castlevania can they tell? It's like 6 seasons? Why is it 6 seasons? Dracula goes somewhere else. I had no idea it had been picked up for more. I guess it's funny that people just stopped talking about it later. I'm like, I guess they talked about it at the beginning, and I guess people were shutting up now. I had no idea it kept going. Let's try going to the 3rd floor. I see. See that? Well, it's fitting. They keep bringing it back from the dead, just like the zombies. It's all part of the grand vision. Okay. Apparently there's like no cooldown with healing. So we have to take care of you first. You didn't think of it, you saw it was... Yeah, I guess it was like one of those times where it was just like, maybe there just wasn't really much else going on Netflix and you just wanted to see it. I mean, I kind of get it. It's just like, you know, how much... Some of these things you just want to see how much, you know, can it go up or down from here. Like, some of this was like, you know, it's bad, but maybe it can get better, or maybe it can get really worse, and I want to see that too. But for me, it was just like, I was okay with seeing what little I saw. It got sillier and sillier. I will say that Lament of Innocence was like a bit cute in its silliness when I played it on the PlayStation 2. Like the opening cutscene and the shopkeeper dialogue and the way that they emoted was really good. I felt like it was a more charming game, at least in that aspect. Although this game is still, you know, this game's fine. What it is so far. What is this? Oh, it's the I don't know what they call it, but I recognize what you are. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you. You're level 10, and you don't seem to be taking much damage. Season 3 is the worst one. Yeah, I have, there just basically hasn't been much I've been watching anymore, like, other than what people have brought to my attention via watch-along, which is why I more readily try to consume those. It's just that I don't really go and, I can't tell you the last time I watched anything on TV. Oh, are you evolving? Hey, listen, what are you becoming? From infant fairy into lethal. I don't know what that means. But that is probably a good thing, I suppose. It does seem like it's pretty easy to level up in this. I must be like, what, level 9? Level 10? I'll have to check my, my character after this fight. Okay, what are we? Oh, we're level 6. I cannot count at all. I thought I got a lot more level ups than that. Oh, I think I know what I'm being confused about. It's probably our id. Our id, when I saw several level ups, it was probably our id partner. No wonder I'm miscounting. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was about to say, I'm level 10 already. This is nuts. Oh, it has a lock-on function? Okay, I'll try to utilize that while also rotating the camera the wrong way. weird puppy play guy. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure if I want to know what that means. Is it like when I hear puppy play guy, I'm thinking of like Duke Devlin, like making Joey wear the dog costume after losing in a duel, and then Yugi playing Dungeon Ice Monsters. When I hear like puppy play, I don't know what that's supposed to mean though. Yeah, I can kind of hear that. It is funny, I've been thinking about Chrono Trigger a lot lately, mainly because of the paranoia agent making me go down the path of like Newgrounds and Chrono Trigger Unglued. And then I was like, oh yeah, and now I'm thinking about Chrono Trigger constantly. But I haven't, actually no, I did play it a couple of years ago, didn't I? I played like the new plus plus hack that like did a number of quality of life changes. Looks like I cannot proceed until I defeat one of these. Okay, they do take damage. Why did I think they didn't? It was the only RPG ever made. I mean, I suppose so. I do think it is, you know, I'm certainly more biased towards it since it was my first RPG I ever played. Which is fine, you don't really need to play any others. But, as you've said, but I am happy with the Grandia series, the Lunar series, and several others that I played. Apparently, I'm learning that I missed out by not playing Shining Force much earlier. I mean, that's been a very, very solid tactical series. Getting the elusive, coveted 90 from me with the Game Gear game. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty awful. I am pretty impartial to Cross. I mean, I like Cross a lot, though. I mean, certainly coconutting all the characters was is definitely an experience. But I did like Cross a lot for what it was. It is definitely a nightmare to unravel plot-wise, but I think it was a lot of fun for me. I think people are fine with it. I haven't heard anything, like, really negative about it. I guess if you know, for me, part of me is gonna be like, oh, I might miss the way that the PS1 looked in terms of its graphics, but I think from what I've seen, it looks fine. And I think you get the speed toggle without having to do, like, New Game Plus, which I think it is kind of a nice little feature. Having that speed toggle early is definitely nice. I'm sure it's still disabled during the casino. I'm sure they planned for that ahead of time. As soon as I had like the slowdown time, I'm like, we're using it in Fargo's casino. And like, nope, no you're not. And I'm like, oh, okay, fine, you got me. You knew what I was gonna do. I wanted my rainbow shard, but you're not gonna let me have it. Oh, this is the boss door. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just standing there because I'm like, okay, let's watch this cutscene play out. And I'm like, no, he's just coming towards me. There was no cutscene. He was just there standing and walking towards me the whole time. It was just like me getting bloodied and beaten up. Well, this cutscene is so immersive. Like, no, I literally feel like I'm dying right now. Okay, wide swing. Got it. Okay, two swings. I saw FF9, and unfortunately I have onions about it. We'll have to read it after the boss fight. I'm pretty no fun when it comes to FF9. We did it! That was a much easier time than the Lament of Innocence boss, which we died to our first attempt. Oh, wait, no, I spoke too soon. Okay, well now I just feel bad. Okay, I still can't reach that yet. Give me a moment. Okay, item please. What are these for? Many uses, none of which will tell you what it is. Oh, this one says makes very light armor, so it is crafting. I'm gonna use a potion. Oh, I think there was the inventory said combined. Maybe I could have been crafting this whole time. Maybe. Okay, maybe now. Saw it analyzed by a pro gamer called Sungrad Studios. He seems impressed. I guess so. I mean, he seems to have a lot of videos where he just like plays the first 30 minutes of something and has like a lot of onions about the whole thing. As for me, I have to play games a little bit longer than that. But the big thing that I didn't like about FF9 is that it kind of went away from what FF7 and FF8 did in one main respect. In FF7 and FF8, you had like strength that was tied to materia to GFs, meaning if one character maxed out materia, you could pass it along to another character. If another character maxed a GF, you could slap it on another character. They're now battle ready. You don't have to really think a whole lot about it. FF9 decided, you know what we need to do? We need to have AP points for like literally everybody, meaning everybody has to master a skill, fight X number of battles to extract every ability, and so it just became a chore that I felt like 7 and 8 did not really need. I mean, it had a nice little workaround to where you didn't have to do that. And then 9 came along, and it's like you're gonna have to fight a lot more. Hope you like it. And FF9's combat was like some of the slowest in the series. I'm sorry. Yes, that's true. At least that's what I saw from what you had showed of the FF9. But I'm only going to play it if they finish the voice mod for it. I played the voice mod of 7, and I basically said if they finish 8 and 9s, they did a demo of 8, but I decided not to play it. I was just going to wait until they finish the whole thing. And just kind of like what I've been doing with Mother Encore. I know Mother Encore did part 1 of that area, but the rest of it is waiting to be done. I decided it just seems silly to play a demo and wait a year to finish the rest of it. So I'm just going to wait till that to be done. And so if they finish the voice acting model, I'll play it then. But short of that, I'm probably not going to play 9 again. Oh, we have another familiar. You don't like Triple Triad? I mean, that's it. It's like, I don't know. I felt like FF8 was like, it's nice that this card game has an RPG associated with it, because basically Triple Triad is like a 9 out of 10 game for me, and like the rest of the RPG is just kind of like the thing that's on the side. And if you play it with that in mind, it's fine. But if you play it with like it's an RPG, then yeah, it's not that great. But I liked the card game. Innocent Devil Backbard appeared. Ulk. Is this correct? It doesn't sound like it, but yes. Tip characters have battle-type Innocent Devils. They're exceptionally strong and excel at physical combat, as the name implies they're most effective in battle. AI mode can also guard. Defensive stance, blocking all enemy attacks. Shining Circle guard field. I hear about the id. I know I have one of those around me at all times, I'll let you know. All enemy attacks will block while in the guard field. And Hector stands in there. He will also be protected for a certain amount of time. As it's attacked, it will shrink. Okay. As I execute certain combos, the word chain may appear. Press the attack button or final attack. There's a final attack button? What is that? If timed correctly, the int will warp out in front of Hector and add a cooperative attack. This is called a chain attack. Okay. Extra damage. Yeah, I happen to enjoy it because it was just a very unique amount, a unique way to break the game. I enjoyed breaking the game with Triple Triad. I think you didn't like breaking it with it. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's the level of enjoyment I get. Just I like this lumbering fool, he's great. It's the same kind of enjoyment that I got from playing FF2J. It's like you're playing the game immediately. Congratulations, you've broken it. And it's just like you could walk around the entire continent with 2 shields and like never get touched. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot story-wise that 8 needed to do to fix it. I don't think it really had the best like money economy type system either. I also said there was like a combine ability here. Select weapon I wish to oh, I can create weapons. This is how I get it. Okay. So we have short sword. We have a short sword and aluminum. We have a foil. Okay. I know some of the rules that happened with Triple Triad later. Oh, okay, look at that. We have a much faster combo with this foil. Jet Black. Just like how he juggles the enemies. It's kind of funny. It makes it tough for me to like follow up. They're like, you should work for a chain attack. I'm like, he's launching them out of my way to actually hit. I can't do any of that. Yeah, the draw mechanic was not good. I mean, like, sitting around, especially since you needed to be at, like, a certain proficiency to even be able to draw 9. Like, early on, you were drawing, like, 2, you were drawing 1, 3. It was just kind of wild. And, like, I agree with you, that's really not a very fun mechanic, which is why you play Triple Triad, so you can refine stuff, so you can get all the things without having to draw. That's how you're supposed to play the game. Just play the card game. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, and I mean, I guess I can understand, like, I don't know why Triple Triad, I can understand the perspective, like, I don't know why Triple Triad should dictate my entire RPG playing experience. I want to play the RPG, and I want the RPG mechanics to stand on their own merits. I don't want to have to play a silly card game to be able to play the rest of this game. I just want to play the game, and that's fair. I mean, I could completely understand how they get that perspective. For me, it was always about Triple Triad. The game was silly. I didn't really appreciate the game for just being the game. And so I didn't mind it just being a card game experience with an RPG on the side. Because I'll be like, oh, I can get better cards later. So I guess I kind of had this... I think I kind of agree with you. I just have a different perspective on it. Because I'm like, it overwrites it entirely, but that's what makes it great. But Nine's card game could not save it. Absolutely could not save it for me. I have no idea how that game is played. There's so much RNG associated with it. Like, the weakest cards can lose to the best card, and I'm just like, why? Why is that a thing? We are going this way. Apparently we've fleshed out 15% of the entire game's map already, which is pretty nutty. We are probably set up for breaks pretty soon. I will say probably in about another 10 minutes we'll take our first break. But yeah, overall, I think my impressions are this is probably going to score pretty similar to Lament of Innocence. Like I said, it's a hack and slash game without a whole lot of commitment to it. You don't have to learn extremely tight combo strings. You can just kind of level up and just kind of slash freely. You don't really get punished too much. I mean, I suppose that makes it in some respects easier than the first game that I played, but that's okay. I kind of like it like this. Oh, I want to see the FF7 opinion you have, Joe. I'm gonna, after I wrap it up here. It's funny because 7 was close in time to when I first started playing games. Like Chrono Trigger, I remember Chrono Trigger is like my favorite game, but for a while I couldn't even beat it. Because growing up being autistic, I felt very self-conscious asking for help. And when you get to the end of time at the very, very beginning, they're like, Specchio asked you to run around the room like 3 times clockwise. I didn't know what clockwise meant. So that was the end of the game for like 2 years until I was 9 and learned what clockwise meant. And then I was able to get past like a relatively innocuous section and actually play the actual game. But for most of it, I didn't actually do that. Anyway, once these enemies are cleared up, what you have to say about FF7? I think we are done with the enemies here. We are not. They are still summoning more zombies. I have a solution to this problem. Let's pause the game and read it. You never finished FF8 because FF7 was your first JRPG. Like, ignore me and tried to jump to FF8 and I realized I was kind of wowed by it, but realized I sort of don't care about FF. I'm sure there are highlights. Play some old ones on 3DS eventually. Everything is to have downloaded. What are those third-party memory cards that you save multiple pages of age? Oh, you played the beginning of it 3 times. Oh, wow. Oh, it deleted your saves. Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I think, what was the line that Cypher had? Like, I have a chicken wuss and a guy that's gone through puberty on my squad, or just something like that. Some sort of a line he had. I think that was what I remembered him saying. And as far as 7, I think the big thing I was wowed by kind of was its world map reveal, because all the promotional material was Midgar. Oh, I guess I'll have to come back to that thought.
It can't be. That's impossible. She can't be alive.
Oh. May I be of service?
No. Forgive me. My name is Hector. What are you doing in a place like this?
I could ask you the same question, sir.
I am searching for someone. A man bearing the same crest I'm wearing.
And this man, is he your enemy or your friend?
You sound as if you know him.
Yes, quite so. Now answer me. Be he your friend or foe?
He is my most bitter enemy.
I see. In that case, I shall help you.
Pardon me, milady.
Walking in a circle.
By what reason did
Why
you
are they
offer
doing
me this
that?
boon? Indeed, by what reason should I trust it?
Your enemy is my enemy. That is reason enough. If you are a Devil Forge Master, you shall need a place to keep your little friends safe. Rest assured you have no reason to refuse my help.
You seem quite knowledgeable. Who are you exactly?
A witch. I escaped from the Western lands where we were hunted like vermin. I have the power to envision the future.
How interesting. And your name?
Julia. My house is further on. I shall prepare an elixir that may be of use to you. Farewell, for now.
Julia. She is the very image of Rosalie.
The plot thickens. You were very wowed by FF7. You bought a PS1 for it. It was your first console. Only had computers growing up like that. I was worried when I saw that monster come out before I realized it was like familiar. I like the graphics and music a lot. Yeah, you only semi-respect. The thing was, like, when I played the game, like, all of the other Final Fantasies had world maps, and I thought the entire game, like, this launch into the 3D realm, it was all going to be like Midgar. Midgar everywhere. You might go to parks, you might go inside buildings like Parasite Eve and things like that. But I thought the entire game was going to be Midgar because the cover was the Shinra building, the soundtrack had the Midgar, the Midgar pizza. And then, like, so when you played, like, the first 6 hours, I'm like, I'm at the Shinra building, what the heck are these 2 discs here for? Like, we only need 1. And then it just, like, turns out, like, there's a whole world map, and there's a bunch of other areas you can go to, and I'm like, they hit that so well. Like, I mean, I suppose, like, maybe if you played, like, well, every other game had a world map, but yeah, but that didn't mean this had to have a world map. So that was, like, the biggest mind-blown moment I think I've ever really had with that game, and I always have kind of respected it for doing that. Even if, like, there were certain things I didn't feel worked. Instantly transports the user to Julia's shop. She has a shop. They must be here. Familiars, like, just beat us here. Bajet Mountains map, an overall map of the area lacking in finer detail.
Welcome.
Fully healed by Julia. Okay, we don't even have to buy that.
What can I do for you? What do you need?
Do we have any money? Gold is our gold literally Roman numeral 3 or is it 111? I think I'm assuming 111. Death Doll. Okay, so it's basically going to be substitute. Short sword. In case we need to buy any of these for, like, crafting purposes. We have Dung, which is a long, thin, double-bladed spear. The hilt is wound with a metallic cloth which acts as a grip. Punch rings. Okay, we have armor. I am gonna buy that.
Will that be all? Gotcha. Will that be all? What can I do for you?
Okay, so we can forge here too. No forging without a devil shard. Okay, well then, I won't do that.
Please come again.
I played Lisa the Painful. I also played Joyful, and I played, like, one of the fan games. I don't remember which one. There were, like, multiple Lisa fan games that came out, and I think I played the one with, like, one of the characters that had, like, a bullet in his gun, I think to, like, potentially use on himself, but, like, he never used it. And, like, you could, like, threaten enemies in the game with your gun, but, like, you didn't ever pull the trigger. You never did, but you had, like, a variety of different moves with the gun that you never used, which I thought was great. I can't remember what that fan game was, but I played, like, I guess 3 total Lisa games. But that's the last one I remember actually playing. But yes, I played it, but it's been a good while ago. I played it on, like, I was pretty crazy because I played it on the hardest difficulty, meaning that all of those crow save points would blow up after you used them, so you would never be able to use them again. And which is really fun when you're doing the Russian roulette section, and you're gonna lose a character, or 2, or 3, or a billion, and I basically camped in that one cave area back and forth where you could actually get random encounters. That was basically the only way I could do it. Yeah, good luck save scumming on hard mode when you lose your save point and it blows up. It just isn't gonna happen. You're gonna lose the character no matter what. The odds would just be astronomical to keep them. Really? I didn't know that, Kenzel. Okay, oh, there's a door to the right. It must be a save point. It is. I did not. I've actually not played it. What do you think of it? Is it any good? I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never actually played it. Really? Well, I'm definitely curious at some point because eventually I'm gonna this backlog of games. I mean, I don't really have anything on my agenda after I play the Cosmic Fantasy series that's like immediate must-play games. Part of the reason I did 4 times a week in 2025 was necessary. Like Fuga 3 came out, Lunar Remastered Collection came out, the Cosmic Fantasy Collection came out. Like so many things just came out like March to May of 2025 where I'm just like, okay, I have to go into like extra innings here. I will look into it at some point. I'm definitely interested in trying to tap into some of the older games that I just haven't played yet. Tip skill, steal. It is possible to steal items from enemies with the lock-on cursor on an enemy. When the lock-on turns purple, press the final attack button to try to steal an item. The timing an item that is stolen varies from enemy to enemy. Okay. Let me get to the, okay, final attack is circle. Lock on is R2. Got it. Got it. That's all I needed to know. They do. You can just pick a bone off of a skeleton. Just like one bone down, just 217 more to steal, or however many are in a human cadaver. That is the I mean, I like that I just kind of turned around to look at the knight, you know, expecting, oh, it's going to be slower numbering, but it's like one of the fastest enemies. Well, we're not going to fight the next one. We need to take care of this guy because he's just going to heal. Anyway, the moment after we had the Julia scene probably would have been a good time to have taken that break, huh? So we'll take one, like, right in just a moment. Let's try to steal. We stole a magical ticket! So I believe that'll take us back to Julia's shop. So before we get to the next loading zone, we'll go ahead and save there. Now, does the music play while I'm in the menu? It does. Good, good, good. It is a level up for him and not me. Now, did I actually pick up the aluminum? I did pick it up. It's funny because its name will will appear even if you don't pick it up. It's up to you to do it. Yeah, I do think it's pretty funny. I would just like lumbers into different areas. It's pretty great. I'm very curious what other ones we'll get. All right, I think. Yeah, we're good here. So everybody can go ahead and look at this individual, try to deal with the stairs and do whatever he needs to do. And I will be right back. Let me go ahead and hydrate the rest of you. Just give me about two or so minutes. Yeah, the one thing I will say is that the composer for the Castlevania games has been pretty good and consistent from what I've heard so far. Um, all the way from, I mean, like I said, I've played very few of the games, but I have heard the OST for Bloodlines, Symphony of the Night, several of the later ones. So she's done solid work. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying even these games have a pretty good soundtrack. I still have some of the dungeon themes on my playlist from Lament of Innocence. Not a lot, but some. Well, that enemy is a bit... Okay, it's actually a lot faster than I thought. Oh! Okay, well, first of all, that's not where the reticule was. It's kind of cheating, but fine. I didn't know where it was. That's okay, I'll just hold the guard button. What am I? Am I meant to commandeer this? What? What am I aiming at? I don't know what I'm aiming at. Okay, you? Okay, I think I must have to aim for this then. Something else making my HP bar again? Yeah, something else is getting me. Is it you? I literally do not know what is killing me. Oh, it was them all along. Yeah, the first level of the original game. Yeah, I like Vampire Killer, Bloody Tears, and I like the different iterations of it too. Shield is pretty effective, honestly. I'm actually surprised. Okay, finally. Well, that was almost devastating. It's also the first Castlevania game this composer worked on. Well, I mean, I would imagine that if you're playing out a soundtrack of your life and people stop shooting at you, I would imagine the music would get a lot more uplifting. Don't know what this enemy's... Oh, okay, that's what the enemy's doing. My goodness. I do have to be slightly more careful because this familiar is not going to be able to kill me. Let's see. Okay, apparently there was Oh wow, there were a lot of pathways I evidently ignored. Hopefully they don't matter. I am a little bit worried after everything that's been going on with OBS and the PlayStation Portable emulator, and like OBS just crashing with anything else running in the background. Makes me worried about what's going to happen with DigiCarrot. I am worried that I am somehow going to have more breaking and more things going wrong. I'm going to have to try to do some troubleshooting on OBS to see if there's anybody who's run into any sort of similar problem, so I could figure out what is going on. Like, this was one of the first things that happened with the computer being brand new. It has nothing to do with it being old. It's not really that old, and I only use it for streaming only. I don't even use it casually for anything, so not sure what could be going on there. But it seems like any sort of a pop-up or alert will just cause OBS to freak out. Even when this computer has accidentally not been plugged in properly before, and you get the battery warning, that's enough for OBS to crash. I literally do not get it, but that will do it. I never had that problem with the other computer. This enemy has been nerfed. This one with the scissor hands. They were really annoying in Lament because they would dig underground. That was a pretty hard hit. But yeah, shut up and jam guide and I will begin to. Especially for like things that I'm trying to look into, even trying to play off stream. Because I think it's important that when you're streaming games, you still know how to have fun and entertain yourself without like streaming, because like there's so many times I'm just like, do I play this or do I wait until I'm in front of everyone to play it? And it's just like at some point it just becomes like I don't know how to have fun on my own, so I have to just kind of just pick a game to just not play on stream every now and then. It's hard to sometimes know what that should be. I am the one who got blown off that time. Oh, I see. This area that I saw was never filled in, was actually the path we're going on. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's really, you know, I've been trying to play Dragon Quest 3 on the Game Boy Color. I guess actually technically it'd be Dragon Warrior 3 for the North American release. Mainly because I played the HD remaster and I was not at all impressed with it. I gave it like a 68 because I felt like, I mean, none of the characters really had anything going for them. Like 2 had a story with its characters. The third game had like characters you just kind of made up, and there really wasn't any kind of story. It's kind of like 9's character creation, but like I felt 3 was just very bloated and padded. The 1 HD remaster is extremely good. It's like the best solo character RPG I've ever played in anything. And people should get 1 and 2 HD just to play 1. I'm not a big fan of the 2 part of it, but 1 is actually quite good if you play it on the hard difficulty. I just wish I had commutes to be able to just kind of sit down and play something, even if it was for like a week. But everything now is just basically when I'm at home and I have free time. I did finally get confirmation of my leave getting approved after the disaster. that really kind of happened where when we restructured in 2025, and we went from a law firm to an LLC, apparently the e-self-serve time clock that I used to send a time off request went to the Parmalee law firm rather than the LLC. And so when it did that, it meant that none of my time off requests were getting reviewed. So if people were wondering, hey, why did it take guards so long to get confirmation about going to McGackiesville? That's what happened. And so it turns out that I looked around in close to December, and I was wondering, yeah, they scheduled hearings in March and April, and I'm gonna be in Tokyo. What's going on? And so that's what ended up happening. And so they thankfully were able to get them covered, because I was worried, because like when you have in-person hearings, you know, that's different. If you have phone hearings, anybody can really cover it. But if somebody needs to be in my city to cover my hearings, I was freaking out that I was not going to be able to have my vacation, and I was able to do it. Yeah, I know, and almost. But I guess the good news is that all of my PTO for the McGackiesville trip is apparently still mine. It never technically counted against me. It was never used. So I'm not going to tell them to fix their mistake after they nearly cost me this trip. But yeah, that was the McGackiesville trouble. But thankfully everything has been fixed now for every future and subsequent vacation I take. So there shouldn't be that issue anymore. What enemy is left? Oh, you. I was wondering why the door was still open. Or not open yet. But yeah, anyway, that will be from March 30th to April 20th. I'll be gone for a while. So obviously no streams during that time period. Are these enemies ever gonna die? Or are they just gonna keep respawning? Because how is this gonna go down? Am I meant to kill them not with a weapon? Or am I meant to destroy them both at the same time? Okay, obviously there's something else at work here. Are we getting EXP from doing this? Though, is this, have we found the best farming spot of the game? No, we're not getting EXP. What are we doing? The bestiary. Does it give me a hint? Always return to life. Okay. Defeated 0. Well, I would imagine so. So how do I guess I must go down the other way. Because I literally see no way to beat them right now. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on in my gaming world. I still have to explore the PS5 library at some point. I'm still, like I said, playing Sandland right now. I literally just started the game. Just because it was one of the PlayStation Plus download games. So I decided I would at least try to look into it. Yeah, I heard a sound effect of some kind, that's why I was looking around. I was supposed to fight something. But yeah, if I were to replay any Final Fantasy game, it would probably, I mean, the next one to probably be replayed would probably be 1 if I were to replay anything on my own. Just because I did recently play 4 again on the Wonder Swan of all consoles. Right after I played the PlayStation 1 version. And of course, in terms of like balance, the Wonder Swan is better, just because the PlayStation version, there's lag inherent, and you do not want lag in an ATV game. Okay, the fairy special ability can open it. How do I change that? Let me go to here. Well, that didn't do it. Oh, that's new. Whatever you're doing. Okay, id chart. This allows you to track the lineage of created and raised innocent devils. Also possible to check future id evolution information here. Where will that be kept? Is it just an item itself? We'll let her heal me for right now. Thankfully, she has her own MP that is separate, or I guess her own part MP. I don't know if petrification is in this or not. I'm gonna be a little bit wary. Oh, that's right, I'm just gonna heal. I'm trying to think of when I'm gonna hit a natural stopping point. I'm probably gonna say in about another 40 minutes. I think 3 hours is plenty. It is just kind of a therapeutic, just hack and slash game without a whole lot of consequences. I will say it's very different in terms of from Lament of Innocence. For one thing, Lament of Innocence really tried to emphasize the platforming in the 3D environment. This game has really not had any platforming. You have not really needed to jump anywhere to reach any height for any reason, which, considering how janky the jumping and platforming was in Lament of Innocence, I actually kind of applaud. I'm glad we're mainly grounded individuals rather than being airborne, because it was not the best fit. Although if there's platforming later, we'll have to see how it fares. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not ruling it out yet. It'll happen when we least expect it. I never did check if I can sell like all of these bronzes to Julia's store. I may have to consider doing that. Rara learned time heal. I'm assuming it's like a regen. Oh, you're not gonna get a tutorial list of what it even is. Skill. Oh, skill's how you get to the ID chart. Got it. Oh no, this is how you turn it on or off. Okay, well, oh, okay, it is a regen. I was right. You know, there's 2 games that I have when I transition to this room compared to the other one that I have not been able to locate. It's funny when you see like a shelf that large and you're like thinking, okay, Garden remembers. Yes, I do. One of those games, funnily enough, is Final Fantasy IX. One of the games we've been talking about today. It's gone. I have absolutely no idea where it is. It used to be on the table in my other room. It is not there, and it did not follow me into this room, so I have no idea where it went. The other game is Parasite Eve 2, which I really do not have any immediate plans to replay. It was kind of an awkward Resident Evil engine-style clone, and it wasn't that good. But I would prefer to still have it in my collection, and it is a shame it is gone. But those are the only two games I cannot find for whatever reason. They just up and went. Okay, that does look like it petrifies, but we did guard it. The Toy Story adventure together. I imagine FF9 probably is. Did you hear what guards say about me? Jesus Christ, I'm leaving. And so that's probably what happened. No exaggeration. That's also what FF9 sounds like. I don't know if any of you knew that. But I don't know about what would have happened with Parasite Eve 2. Okay, I am petrified. Thank you, Raru, for healing me while I can't move. Well, this isn't good. This is actually really bad. There we go. Block. Wait, where is healing? Where is healing? Oh, they're all the way up there. How in the world did they get up there? Oh, platforming. We actually can platform in this game. Boiling ring infused with magic to protect against fire. I'm assuming I can equip it. Yes. No stat growth, but that's fine. Oh, I didn't even know you played Parasite Eve 1 annually. I used to play like Xenosaga Episode 1 annually, and then I just kind of fell out of that. I hated this section where you had to get all of the, you had to rescue all of the burning civilians out of the Kukai, not the burning civilians, thank goodness they weren't on fire, but you had to rescue the civilians from the burning Kukai Foundation. I always found that was a little bit rough. Oh, right, oh, I forgot, the entire reason we defeated that was to defeat you. I mean, I only found it out of necessity because this enemy would not die to lower those gates over there until I found the magician who was healing it. That's the only reason I looked around the room. So that just happened to be, he just happened to be spawning in that exact spot so that I could find it. So I guess it sounds like we've unlocked at least 40% of, I'm assuming, the whole map, which is pretty insane. Shockstorm, welcome! We are playing our first Castlevania game of 2026. We played Lament of Innocence last year, so now we're playing this. Oh, it's your game of childhood. Well, welcome, Dino Bean. I'm playing it for the first time, and I have to say, there's something nice about just being able to play a hack and slash and not having to worry about whether you're good or bad. After playing Lament of Innocence and like the level of perfection you kind of needed to be able to take on boss fights, with me dying to like basically every boss, despite trying to have preparation ready, it's nice to just have a level-based system where you do not have to worry about being bad and just being able to turn your brain off, talk to people. Talk about other games while you're playing a game. It's nice. I wasn't used to that with Lament of Innocence. Lament of Innocence just had to basically lock in all the time. Oh, it's a good thing we have the ring to protect against fire. That means I can walk right up to you. There are a couple of bosses in the game that's... I'm fine with there being one or two, but with Lament of Innocence, it was every fight. Every boss killed me. Every boss. But ultimately, you know, I'm looking forward to it. As you can see with my schedule below the chat, I'll be planning on playing this again on Monday, keeping it to Mondays and Thursdays. Tuesday and Saturday, I'm playing Silver Star Harmony. And we're just going to keep progressing through that. But this is a game you can thank Running Wild Vidya for redeeming, because I wouldn't have probably picked it up on my own. Lament of Innocence, there wasn't anything really overly wrong with Lament of Innocence, it's just that I did not, the platforming elements were not kind. I thought they were pretty cruel. Yeah, the Innocent Devil system is definitely not nice. Not nice. It's nice. I do think it is nice to have a familiar that is really helping you. Especially, yeah, I'm gonna need Raru help. Oh no. This could be the end. Where are you taking me? Thank you. Okay. Just, yeah, I mean, I like how I just immediately, like, I saw Lament of Innocence, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna call this Level 2 of Innocence, if it works. I went from the Mao of Innocence to Innocence. From Vi will have its revenge. I miss Vi. I don't know how many times you're going to hear that sentence uttered by any human being on the planet, but Vi was a fun game. It was extremely fast, efficient. You needed to know how to utilize your herbs and healing items effectively. You had full MP heals and things on level ups. It was a solid RPG. I liked it a lot. I mean, its music, its soundtrack is like some of the nuttiest stuff you'll ever hear, but... I'm taking Castlevania. I'm not taking Castlevania seriously. I know. I apologize, kids. I should be sympathizing with this tragic hero trying to avenge his girlfriend's death, and now his girlfriend is alive-ish with someone else that looks like her. Probably isn't her, but might be her. And then we'll find out it probably is her somehow, and then he'll have to say goodbye to her again, because it'll be like, you're dead, and then she'll be like, oh yeah, you're right, and then she'll die, and then we'll be like, no, and then like attack and defeat the bad guy, and then like that'll be Castlevania, and then he'll be like, this is the curse of darkness, Castlevania, and then that's how it'll end. There's some fun additional content. I know that I did the post-game in Lament of Innocence as well when I played that, and it was, that 3-phase boss, it took me a little bit. I think the final boss was definitely worse than the secret one you had to use the key for. Like, that phase 2 was really hard. Like, beating death was rough. Yeah, see, I can only channel that voice if I have a girlfriend that's kidnapped and killed. I mean, then I'll tap into that voice, I think. Yeah, that was a hard fight. Like, phase 2 was extremely rough. I died multiple times in phase 2 of death. I should probably try to steal from Eatrids. Oh, you are green, so I cannot steal from you? What? You mean I can't reach my hands and grab something that's on fire? What kind of a game is this? Oh, New Game Plus. I know that Lament of Innocence had some New Game Plus options, including, like, naming your character certain things. I think it actually even told you what the names were to unlock things, which I think was kind of neat. They just synchronized the exact same attack and both of them worked. That was very good. Okay, it's boss time. Oh, okay, the percentage is just for this mountain. It's not for the entire continent. Now that I see it at 74.73, I can recognize that. Okay. Well, it's time to take on the boss. I think we'll want to have it on her. We have one potion in case we do something bad. Do we need to... Can we combine our... We cannot combine our foil. Oh, we don't have a short sword. Okay, so short sword. Oh, we can just make one right now. Ta-da. Okay, so now short sword and jet black. Broadsword. Okay, that's like so we can make it from that category. Oh, let's make a helmet. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, so I think with that then, we'll go ahead and equip the new stuff we just got. Okay, I like how I did all of this, now that I've done all of this, do I want to go walk back to the save point? Probably, in case I die. I don't want to have to go through and, like, recraft all of that. I'm playing this on the PlayStation 2. I've got the controller in my hand. I'm playing it on a slim PS2. I try to play on console for everything I can, mainly because if I try to play anything on emulator, it seems to punish me, just like I'm playing Silver Star Harmony, because it didn't have a convenient way to capture card that. So playing it on emulator has seemed to cause OBS to crash. But I try to play on everything legit console that I can. I've played CDI before. I've played the Panasonic 3DO before. I've played a number of different things. Yeah, I actually got this one from a friend after my Slim PS2 stopped reading disc. Smurfy was generous enough to ship me that and not Shining Force, but Dynasty Warrior 3 for $40, just the console itself. All I needed was the console, plus the cost of shipping, which I thought was extremely generous. Plus, I mean, I wanted to support him out. He's the whole reason I was able to get my physical copy of Lunar Legend complete in box. He actually had won it in a raffle from something like some sort of like a loot unboxing thing, and it just so happens that was right before I was supposed to stream at the beginning of 2025, and I'm like, okay, clearly this is meant to be. I asked him, I just threw out a number, he took it, and that's how it worked. I don't know if people believe in coincidences or things like that, but that was the eeriest thing. It was like right before, like literally weeks before I was meant to stream it. And I wanted to get like a physical edition, and like you know, Lunar Legend completed boxes can get like into, I think it was like around 80 to 100 at the time, and I was able to, because the box had a little bit of water damage, and so we were able to work on a price. I think it was like 45 to 50, but like the manual and everything else, the game, everything was intact, and I don't mind that the box is water damage. I just wanted a completed box copy. Oh, really? I haven't looked in a while. Wonder why it's so pricey. Okay, I need to understand what you're attacking. I'm gonna keep moving because you might come out from underneath the bottom of the ground. Okay. Okay, so you literally didn't do anything. I don't even think I'm dealing damage to him if he's underground. It's nice that he telegraphs his legs, his tail spin as easily as he does. Makes it a little bit easier to handle this one than the other one. Okay, he does take damage from doing this. I don't know why he does this move, but he's been doing it. I'm sure he'll probably change his AI as he gets low in health. Yep. But Dino Bean, are you a big fan of the other Castlevania games then? I have not admittedly played many. There are a number of ones I've still yet to play. I still have to play Symphony of the Night. You know, of all the ones, I've played several of the ones with RPG mechanics, but I've not played that. And it's not like I don't have the console to play it on, I do. It's just, I've just never played it. Oh, why did that continue to hurt me? I thought I blocked the whole thing. Maybe it was the tail on the return trip that might have gotten me. You can block the shockwave, which is pretty reassuring. Apparently, you can just stop fire by just holding your hands up in front of it. Good to know. You didn't really love Lords of Shadow. You're not alone in what other people have said about it. What is he going to do now? Is he going to do it again? Well, we have the ring, which I think is extremely helpful for the boss. I'm sure we'd be taking a monumental amount of damage from the fire if we did not have this ring on. Seems, I wonder what the next area is going to be like and what music it's going to have. It's definitely a slow fight. I don't seem to be able to do much to upgrade my weapons much further, but perhaps a different weapon might have been better than having this. I haven't really played around with the other ones, and I figured a boss fight's probably not the time to try that. But looking into them like off stream would be fine. I could probably look into the different weapons, and if I see if I like them before with the sword. Because there might even be a weapon that allows me to hit enemies from a distance, like a long range attack or something. Okay, there is a second hitbox to that. That's how I got hit the last time. It's subtle, but it's there. I saw the second hit against my guard. It doesn't seem to stay active for long, though. Yeah, and so that's one of the things I'll definitely check between this stream and the next one, because I certainly don't want to have every boss fight take as long as this one if I can help it. I'm sure a lot of this has to do with the weapon I have, but... This is the best place I could stand, I guess. Just wait it out, like standing right there. That is is a pro strat when you're fighting a real dragon, by the way. Just try that. Yeah, I have to look, I admittedly look more into, like, the devil evolution, because I understand it loosely, but, like, not what the devil evolution actually means in terms of raw benefit. I know my fairy is evolved, but I don't know what it actually has done for her to have done so. We're almost done. Oh no, it's probably too far away. I'm still fine because I was able to block most of that. It broke my guard, but I was able to put up a new guard up fast enough to where it didn't matter. Okay, now we just stand here as the fire attack. Oh, you can jump on his back? That's right, jumping is a thing in this game. Should have paid attention to keyboard words too while to get up on the hiker's back, and I might have learned my lesson here. The slowdown is incredible. What on earth? Okay, there we go. It's all fixed. And he melts. Garibaldi Temple. I think that's probably as good a stopping spot as any, so let's see if we can find a save point. I was thinking around the 3-hour mark, but I mean, after a major boss like that, I mean, we did 2 major bosses today, which I think is pretty fair. It picks up very quickly from this point. Yeah, I mean, it's been moving pretty well. I really haven't had any, issues pacing-wise with it. It seems to be trotting along pretty well. There haven't been any really, heavy choke points. I'm assuming that boss fight was tremendous because I didn't realize there was the mechanic of jumping on the back, and I haven't been exploring different weapon types. So just entirely on me, but I can learn that between now and Monday's stream pretty easily. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, Rara learned poison powder. Other Pokemon should learn. Stun Spore. Okay, so I saw the poison go off. I'm assuming we'll have the they'll let me turn off skills in case I don't want her to waste her time poisoning enemies. But overall, I'd say this is pretty relaxing and fun. The music is really good, it's atmospheric, it fits well. Devil Shard produced by Rara. I was too busy trying to find one on a PS2 controller, and it doesn't exist. Devil Shard produced by Rara. Will occasionally create Devil Shards. Take this Devil Shard to the shop, and through the process of Devil Forging, a new innocent devil can be created. We do have a ticket that'll allow us to do that. We actually have 2 of them. And then we can also take, we can warp back to the memorial, using a memorial ticket to the save point we just created. That way we have an access point back and forth to those locations. We also have how much money? I think we said 512. Oh, that's the EXP. We only have 13 gold. I guess enemies just don't drop gold. I think you're supposed to sell the materials and things you think you pick up. Press down on the D-pad. Hold on, wait. Command. What is going down on the D-pad do? Oh, okay, to go manually to the commands to be able to choose what she's doing. I see. Oh! I'm going to be filthy stinking rich. just 200 more lamps broken, and I'll be able to buy a potion. I'm sure the real way is probably going to be to probably sell some of the materials and stuff. But it's definitely a good thing to at least know. Oh, I think I see. I think it might have been healing itself or being healed through somebody else. Okay, so that's the next screen. Anything to the back of this that I need to be concerned about? I don't think so, so we'll go to the next screen then. Anyway, I'm excited. Silver Star Harmony on Saturday, it's gonna be the scene. Oh boy. Cutscene. Yeah, I'm curious too.
I've been waiting for you, Hector. Devil Forge Master.
How do you know me? Who are you?
Saint Germain. I won't bandy words with you. I have an urgent request. Please, refrain from pursuing Isaac any further.
Bastard! So you're with Isaac! But that does not follow. Isaac wishes to fight me. For what purpose do you make this request?
This will not make sense to you, but to put it simply, I seek to maintain the flow of a greater will.
This is pointless. Out of my way!
Your beloved was killed on false allegations that she was a witch. I know how you feel, and I sympathize truly, but please look past
Rex,
your own...
how do you know of these things?
That I cannot tell. I know far more than you imagine, but I cannot act upon that knowledge. That is my arrangement. I may only observe. I have no choice but to excuse myself. Please, consider my request. The world hangs in the balance. Goodbye.
All right.
Who was that?
They just talk so quickly. It almost that's why I thought they had like the FF10 dubbing problem. Like they just like will read lines so rapidly. And then they'll just like, and you make it wonder, is it like if they don't record a script within a certain amount of time, does the game break? Like FF10. That's the reason FF10 had some weird dubbing timing, is because they had to match it almost exactly within certain parameters of a second, or the game would just not work. That's why the dubbing would be like so deliberate in certain places. But they just go so fast. And Tay, on the subject of the harmony voices, I fully agree. I think the voices are fine. You know, I think, you know, some people are just I don't know, I know Alex was like worried about the change in like the voices and everything else. I thought the voices for the most part have all been fine. I need to hear more Kyle. I mean, I need more opportunity to hear Kyle. There's definitely because I mean, your initial hearing of him is just, of course, him when he's supposed to be drunk. The real dubbing venture, I think, is going to be whenever you encounter him later with the Zenobia scene. I think that's going to be the part where we really have to check his range. But anyway, it was nice to talk to Balan in this game. I'm glad we didn't have to have a bout with him. Did I miss something on the side? Yeah, and on this with the working designs, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. But in any event, I will say this. I was thinking of the Ark the Lad the video, kind of the making behind the scenes and the and like the blooper thing that was kind of like obligatorily attached at the very end of it. And it's just like I was just thinking about like what rubbed me the wrong way specifically about it, and it's just and it kind of finally hit me. It was the fact that I don't think they really had enough footage to really have a proper blooper reel, but they tried to just do one anyway. Like, it was very clear it was just like 1 second snippets of a bunch of random nonsense, Victor Island being gross, and then it's like, that's our blooper reel, and it's just like, it's not really bloopers, you're just putting together a bunch of stuff. Wait, did I miss something? I'll go back, look at the wall. Oh. Yeah. Why didn't she go question mark like that one ramp area? Oh, HP max. It's not chicken in a wall, but it'll do pretty nicely. Anyway, that must mean there's a heart piece in the wall on this side, right? I gotta break stuff. Yeah, sometimes... Yeah, I'm wondering, you know... I guess it is nice that, you know, you'll at least still have to figure certain things out on your own, but it is kind of nice that they do have those secrets every now and then. No, nothing there. That's perfectly fine. We'll find the save point that's going to be located over here. I'm assuming there's going to be one in this temple. There's got to be. The other game series I've been thinking about recently has just been Bayonetta, because I've come across like it in my playlist recently, and I'm like, I kind of miss it. Especially 2. I had a lot of fun playing it on Wii U. Just because it kind of defied all expectations and logic of what you would expect to play on a on a Wii U. Just because it really played amazingly at 60 FPS when you didn't think it could possibly do it. And like the second Masked Lumen fight, I think, is probably like one of the kind of lives a little bit rent-free in my head. I keep thinking about it a lot. Because it was like, it just had so much cool background stuff going on. I don't know. Some of these monsters, I don't think he necessarily forged them. I think the one that was behind him in the opening cutscene, he most certainly did. I think the implication is that he forged that. I'm not sure where the save spot is yet. Oh, these guys. No, these the Flea Man? Yes, they're the Flea Man. The worst enemies. People say Medusa heads. Nope. These are pretty bad. Darkness. I do think Bear Kidney was pretty quick on the wit that whenever the opening cutscene kind of failed and kicked us back in the menu, he was like, the Curse of Darkness, but we had like a really long loading screen, and like, that's pretty good. Oh, it's not actually a cracked wall. It's just a wall that's cracked, but not really a cracked wall. This place is probably in such disarray because rumor got around that there's like HP potions and walls, and then they destroyed everything. I still have to play the other Ark the Lad games in that collection at some point. I haven't forgotten. There's like 5 Ark the Lad games in that collection. Victor Island is nuts. Why are there that many? And I mean, I like the Ark the Lad one enough. I definitely... It was one of those games where you're just used to anime characters looking a certain way, like long and thin, and they weren't afraid to have like very stocky looking characters, and I kind of respected them for doing it. Even though the story really wasn't anything special, I thought the game was tactically fine. Oh, the Rosario exists in this game too. Arc the chat. Yeah, I basically it's the textural at the beginning kind of established everything that had happened. Yeah, the opening cutscene I think was pretty succinct. Like Hector basically shouted out like how all the betraying happened. Like when characters kind of yell the exposition, you tend to listen, whether you're intending to or not. So I basically understood the plot relatively fine. So I think it kind of stuck. Okay, so all of this was to grab this. Uncurse. Oh, look, we beat the game. The curse is over. We're done. We can just leave the castle. We achieved our goal. It's like back in the swear jar with you, Curse, and we're done. It's just that simple. Yeah, my brain tends to make weird little connections every now and then. That happened to be one of them. So I guess... Oh, I guess there was a door over there, wasn't there? I'm not gonna fight these guys again. Yes, I'm going to take damage, but I'm probably gonna have taken the exact same amount of damage as if I'd actually fought these guys proper. So it's fine. I don't know how it fully works. It said this plus left plus jump, and all I can do is like that cartwheel. Which I don't fully... I haven't fully been using. It's kind of weird and awkward and clunky, and I have to be holding guard and I have to press jump, and I feel like there's times I'm just going to want to jump. Maybe it's really good though, and I'm just not doing it enough. What is here? It looks like there would be something in here, but there's not. We can at least break these to get some money. Okay, never mind. Yay, $1. Yeah, it's about comparable movement-wise. Unless you accidentally spam it too quickly. Oh wow, really? Now, of course, that was a game I only played in English. I know that Luna's voice actress sings in one of the Ark games. Because I tuned into one of Alex's streams, and I'm like, is that who I think it is? And it's like, yep, Jennifer Steagle. And that was like the only part of the stream I caught. Got milk! We got milk! I don't know what we're gonna do with it. And there's meat. We'll check the other hallway door just to see what the door actually is. I'm still looking to see if we have a save spot. It's not, so we'll just pick this door. We're already almost 25% done with the whole temple. I mean, the game's definitely moving. Yeah, Expedition 33, I've already kind of ranted on and on about it, but it was definitely not. I know it's people's game of the year for 2025. It is most certainly and most assuredly not mine. I will say the combat is actually quite incredible. It kind of fixes the FF9 problem I talked earlier, which is that like getting AP to like learn every single skill is just kind of irritating when you multiply it across multiple characters, but when you kind of solve that issue with everybody learning certain skills for battles, it actually solves a lot of difficulties, and the Picto system builds nicely, and it's satisfying to parry stuff. It's more satisfying than dodging stuff in Mario and Luigi, I think. Like, I don't get the same rush as when I parry like a 10-string combo, but I do think that the story and the fact that there was no map and the fact that there was just like a lot of strange choices, like I'm meant to care about this society, you know, that humanity is kind of on the brink and like there's nothing to make you care about the society to begin with at the beginning of the game. It kind of demanded a lot of your, you know, sympathy without really showing why you should care about humanity. That's quite at the start, which I think was kind of a misstep. It didn't really need to do a whole lot, I think, to do it, but it needed to at least do that. Because you kind of need that established at the beginning, especially given the twist that I won't spoil for those who still play at the beginning or play it to the end. Because you kind of need to care about the world for that twist to work. We get marker mode. Use markers to help you remember important places on the map. When doing the map, press the start button to enter marker mode. Yeah, I almost quit the game after the prologue. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually graveyarded the game and like, we're done. I don't have a map. There's no map here. I don't know where I'm going. I'm getting completely lost. This is extremely frustrating. And then I ended up playing it off stream. It's just like, basically, I just have to kind of have a checks and balances system. If I'm just gonna get increasingly incensed and upset over a game, there's like no point in playing it. There's no point in streaming it, because ultimately all I'm doing is like, subjecting a bunch of people to a game that like I'm not enjoying. So who's gonna enjoy me playing it? Nobody really at that point. But yeah, it's definitely a 2 out of 10 prologue. Sorry. I think Joe quit there too. So I feel a little bit more validated because of that. Ah, is that what the gamers are calling it now? Yeah, like I said, I mean, my pun was just calling it Exposition 33 because it just kept yapping about stuff I didn't care about. Yeah, she got lette fromaged, and unfortunately she died a very, very cheesy death. We're gonna go ahead and save here. We have hit our goal of a 3-hour stream. I think this game's moving, I think, a lot better than Lament of Innocence. Lament of Innocence moved well, it just had some platforming mishaps and me dying on certain bosses. But, I mean, the fact that I gave the game a 76 means that, like, ultimately didn't hurt my score. I still think it's a solid enough game. Yeah, I mean, I've been known to have some hot takes. Like I said, like, my Final Fantasy IX opinion is probably one of my hottest. It's pretty low on my Final Fantasy tier list. 3 is the worst game, sorry. It's FF3J, not FF3 North America, but again, and it is also a class-based game, and 5 is pretty low, and it's also a class-based game. I think we're noticing a trend here, but it may just have a lot to do with that and some other things. Anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by. I will be back on Saturday with more Lunar Silverstar Harmony. Look forward to more Curse of Darkness on Monday. We do have an uncursed item, so I imagine that the game is going to be over pretty soon. We just have to take the uncurse out, and we win. Easy peasy. Thanks, everybody, and have a wonderful night. It was good having all the company here. Yeah, it is odd that it's locked behind an optional chest in a room, though. like you may have like completely missed out on the ability to have a marker. Kinda strange. But it's definitely appreciated. I will have to start using it though, especially now that I know a heal room's here. But thanks everybody. I appreciate you stopping by. Dean, I'm glad I was able to showcase a game that was from your childhood that you actually liked. Thanks for stopping by. And take care, everybody.